Hello, you guys. Welcome back to Go Viral Show. And today it's basically Sunday at this point now. It's 12:26 my time. It's like 3 o'clock Eastern time. But man, I'm gonna say this and say this right here. If y'all are not a combat sports fan, sports entertainment fan, then I don't know what part of the rock you guys are living under. Because man, now after watching tonight, you guys know I'm a big boxing fan, diehard boxing fan. Love my boxing. My dad got me into it. Love watching boxing. Love my pro wrestling. Love all that. MMA. I love my combat sports. I love what's that one called? Um, what's it called? Oh man, Glory Kickboxing. I love Glory Kickboxing. I love it all. I love it all. Just if you guys are not like I said, if you guys are not comment sports, big time to be a fan. I'm watching Earl Spence Jr. versus Showtime John Porter tonight. Hell of a fight. This was like watching Rocky and Apollo Creed, man. I'll let's see a rematch of this. And if you guys saw the post fight press conference, when the fighters come out saying, great fight, blah blah blah, they get interviewed. They were still fighting. Like it was like another press conference. Like it's like fight number 2. This press conference, I'm telling you guys, if you guys must be living on the rock. It's a good time to be a boxing fan. Good time to be a freaking MMA fan. With Chris Cyborg leaving UFC over because she didn't want to fight against Amanda Nunes and all this crap. With her and Dana White making all these videos and blah 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 blah. Saying I'm sorry for that. And her going to Bellator. Now fighting a big fight coming up with her. Against her, I guess, opponent that, I guess, a dream match. I guess we all wanted to see when she was in Invicta, I guess. What is it called? Invicta, right? She was gonna fight Julia Budd. Hell of a fight that I guess we wanted to see in Invicta, never happened. And then Patricio Pitbull fighting Pedro. That Pedro guy, right? Pedro sounds Mexican. But when you see it, he's freaking Irish. It's crazy. Carvalho. That's going to be one hell of a fight. Patricio Pitbull retained his title tonight. They're starting, what is it called? The lightweight? Or something like that? The lightweight? Or whatever, welterweight? I think it might be lightweight. Lightweight or welterweight? Featherweight. I think it's featherweight or lightweight. 1, 2. They're starting a new tournament for that. That's going to be on the charts. Leon Machida lost. Then AJ McKee, and Derek Campos. I'm telling you, get the zone. If you or get the UFC Fight Pass, and you can get like Glory Kickboxing in there. Glory's freaking awesome. You guys watch Glory Kickboxing? I love Glory. I haven't watched it in a while, but I love that stuff. You guys have what's it called? Pluto TV, that free TV thing that you can get on like a Roku. They have Glory on there. Go check out Glory Kickboxing. Awesome. I haven't really gotten into the Japanese. I haven't really watched Ryzen. I haven't really watched what's it called, One Championships, that MMA stuff. I know now that Bellator is working with Ryzen, and they're like this. But it's a great time for MMA. I know UFC's probably, I haven't watched UFC in a while. I've been more of a Bellator guy now. It's because this is my opinion. That I think I like it, but I like the talent. I don't know. I haven't really got into UFC as much anymore. When it used to be good, when they had like Ronda Rousey and all them, and Holly Holm's still there. And then, man, that was good stuff. And then it kind of just faded off, once it kind of left. And it's been like, not lackluster to me, Brock Lesnar. And CM Punk was a one-hit wonder. I want to see Brock Lesnar back in there. It looks like he's not going to be there. And speaking of that, it's a great time. I love pro wrestling. Great time to be a pro wrestling fan. I'm telling you, if you like combat sports, sports entertainment, it's a good time, man. Fox is going to SmackDown Live is going to Fox on Fridays. They're having their big show at Staples Center. Huge show. Kicking off, 20 years of SmackDown. Then Raw started the new season of Raw on USA. You have the Wednesday Night Wars between WWE NXT, their not the flagship, but the rookie show, against against Tony Khan's AEW. All Elite Wrestling on Wednesdays on TNT. You have the big news that TNA or Impact Wrestling is going to Access TV. They're actually going to start showing like old pay-per-views on there. You know, starting next Tuesday to get us ready for like October or something. I know it's in October. I think after Bound for Glory, so whenever that is, that's probably Friday, Saturday. So like the 23rd or something like that. They're just start doing the live shows Tuesdays on Access. You have Wow Women of Wrestling on Access. You have New Japan Pro Wrestling on Access. You got MLW on Saturdays on Bean Sports. Major League Wrestling on Bean Sports. There's you have Ring of Honor to watch. I think there might be another wrestling show on TV. Like, those are like the big major wrestling shows I can think of. Then you have your little ones, like Championship, whatever it's called, Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, from Ventura, California. You can watch. Then NWA. I forgot one. NWA. National Wrestling Alliance, whatever you're gonna call it, is going to now to Studio Wrestling like they did back in the day, and it's supposed to start when's the 30th? Like in 2 days from now, they're gonna start doing the taping for NWA. I think it's the 30th and the 1st, so I think that's what, Monday and Tuesday, or Sunday and Monday? One of the two? Okay, so Monday and Tuesday they're doing their tapings. They're going back to studio. I think it's whatever, Atlanta station. But yeah, so big pro wrestling shows, Wednesday Night Wars between NXT and AEW, and SmackDown and Raw doing their big thing, and then MMA just freaking going crazy in the MMA world. Boxing. We just saw Earl Spence Jr. beat Sean Porter. He won just because of that knockdown. If he didn't get that knockdown, I think it would have been a draw. That's my opinion. I'm going to end it there. I'm not going to get really too much details in it. If you guys are diehard boxing fans like myself, we've been in years for this fight. We finally got it. If you guys saw the post-fight press conference, it felt like another press conference. It was like the second fight. They were going at it. The fight was... That was one crazy fight. And then the one we just saw 2 weeks ago, Otto Whalen and Fury. Great fight. Otto Whalen was going to get him. Good fight. Fury won that one. And then we had all those other fights, and Fury fought, what's his name? That was a quick one. What's his name? Oh, Fury. Oh man, you guys know what I'm talking about, right? That German guy, undefeated German. He fought all the undefeated guys. The only one that kind of last, I think, was for the handpick undefeated ones, was the Otto Whalen guy. Tyson Fury. Trying to think of it. Where is it? Oh, I spelled it wrong. But you know what I'm talking about, right? Tyson Fury fight. Tom Schwartz. You had that fight, and you had the beginning of the year with, Deontay Wilder knocking out Donnie Brazil. Then you had the like I said, Fury, Tom Schwartz, Fury out to Whalen. Fury had 2 fights, and Andrew Ruiz versus Anthony Joshua. It's like the boxing game. You had all these other big boxing fights, like Pedro Fernandes just beat Kid Chocolate. Was 2 weeks ago, last week, something like that. You had the Charlo brothers fights. You had so much great fights in boxing this year. This year for boxing is I think I would have started in December when they had Fury Wilder. Hands down, probably one of the best. I think probably number 2. I think number 1 is this fight. Earl Spence and we just saw Sean Porter. Then you had Bud Crawford had his fight against Amir Khan, right? I think that's what it was, right? I think he fought Amir Khan. Bud Crawford, yeah. Terrence Crawford and Amir Khan, I think it was MSG. You had, Canelo Alvarez fights. He fought, what's his name? Daniel Jacobs. Then you had Triple G's fight against Steve Rolls, that Canadian guy. That was the handpick one. You know, you had so much great fights, even decent handpicked fights that were great. The boxing world this year is just incredible. It's been living up on the map. Second, MMA. Wrestling's, I think, third. That's just me. You know, I love the war that they're going to have with AEW and NXT. I think AEW is going to take over. I love AEW. I love what they're doing. Tony Khan, you know, billionaire, or I don't know, co-billionaire. I think his dad, was his name? Dad's like Aja, no, Aja Khan, or oh, I think it's something Khan. He's like a Pakistani billionaire, right? I don't know what made him a billionaire, but I think his son, right? His son is Tony Khan. They own the Jaguars. I think they own or whatever with the Fullerham, whatever, you know, the English Premier League team, and then AEW. They're a lot, you know, and they're trying to compete with Vince. And Vince owns the WWE, all three brands, and he owns the network, and he also now has XFL Football League with him and Oliver Luck. And I hope it takes off, and I really do hope it takes off. To be honest, you know, I know there's another company trying to get their feet off the ground. Nothing really much. We got names, cities, but that's it. They said May 2020 with the Freedom Football League. I think they're trying to compete with the XFL. But I think honestly, the XFL is going to beat the Freedom Football League. You know. But then we just got the announcement that's going to be in November. The second fight between what's his name? Ortiz. Ortiz. Ortiz and Wilder. Second fight. The first fight was great. I thought Ortiz was going to beat Wilder. But nope. So we have Ortiz Wilder in November, and then December, right? I think it's December, right? December, Anthony Joshua versus Andrew Ruiz 2 in Dubai, in Saudi Arabia. You know, then we just got word that WWE is bringing back their Saudi Arabian show again, and they're on Halloween time. So it's like it's crazy, man. I want to see, and we know we didn't get we wanted to see Ryan Garcia fight, but the guy was his warrant was out for arrest, so he couldn't fight. Ryan Garcia, the one that just recently was gonna happen. So now Ryan Garcia is fighting his fighter that he really wanted to fight in the Canelo Kovalev card. When is that? November, I think, right? November. So that's a big one. And then if he wins that, Eddie Hearn, Oscar De La Hoya, make it happen right here. After that fight, have him be there. Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, two of the youngest stars. I think they're both the same age, 19. I think they're both 19 or 20, one of the two. Make the fight happen. Sign the deal. Eddie Hearn and Oscar De La Hoya, make it happen. Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney. And no, I don't care about the internet, Twitter war, YouTube war with the freaking what's his name, Logan Paul and KSI. I can care less about that fight. Quick and hype the lawyers, freaking stupid, boring trash. Like, oh yeah, man, woo, yeah, man, yeah, man, yeah, you know, oh, you're talking all this trash on YouTube. You're a YouTuber, blah 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 blah. You know, I don't care. They might turn some heads at Staples Center, but I don't care. You know, there's probably some good people on that card. I think Devin Haney. Here's a fun fact. I think Devin Haney's on that card, but yeah, no, I'm not gonna watch. I'll probably just watch Devin Haney. I'm not gonna watch KSI, Logan Paul. I think that's most. To me, it's stupid, but that's just me. Y'all opinion, you're all gonna give me thumbs down. But if you guys are not a combat sports fan, or whatever sports entertainment fan from Glory Kickboxing, Bellator, UFC, you know, there's all these other, you know, there's the Pro Fight League. I don't really care for much, but a lot of people probably watch on ESPN. You know, if you want to watch it, you know, there's that one that I think CM Punk works with now. It's called like the CCF or something like that. Cage Championship Fighting. I don't know. It's called like CCF or CFF, one of the two. Yeah, I think that's on the UFC Fight Pass. If you want to watch, I just watch UFC, Bellator, and Glory. That's all I watch. And then I watch wrestling. You guys can hear me on that. I know it's fake, blah, 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 but still, it's fun, entertainment. And then you got boxing. Like, this is huge stuff right now. If you're not a combat sports, sports entertainment fan. I don't know what part of the rock you've been living under. Big, huge boxing fight so far, from like I just named all of them. I forgot what Mike Garcia Spence at Dallas Cowboys Stadium, Dallas Cowboys Stadium. I think Jerry Jones messed up big time. I would rather see Earl Spence, Mike Garcia at Staples Center or in Los Angeles because Mike Garcia is from California Riverside area, my area. That's where I rather would have saw the fight. That's just me there. And I would have rather saw this fight at Dallas Cowboys. And this is worth. You probably got more fans because Steve Coker, not Steve, Scott Coker, Steve Coker, Scott Coker. You guys know who Scott Coker is, right? The CEO and the president of Bellator. He had his Bellator 228 card tonight in Los Angeles at the same time. Probably like, I don't know, 30 minutes away or right across the street from each other. The Earl Spence and fight was at Sean Porter fight was at Staples Center, but Bellator 228 was at the Forum, which is like, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes or somewhere. And I think it's more closer to the airport. I've seen it, the Forum. So it was like a big combat sports fight night in the city of Los Angeles from the Forum to Staples Center. There's probably other shows. They have some pro wrestling shows tonight, like Death Before Dishonor, Ring of Honor stuff and whatnot. There's some probably pro wrestling shows. And whatever have you, maybe some of those indie like MMA shows or indie wrestling shows probably have their shows, whatever. Don't care. But big stuff tonight, man. If you guys didn't watch this, you guys are not a boxing fan, or if you guys was Bellator, you guys are an MMA fan. I saw some of the highlights on Bellator, but I saw this fight more than the Bellator. I want to see both, but it was hard. I just wanted to see the boxing one more because it brought me more. Yes, Patricio Pitbull, that was a phenomenal fight. Great win. He's still your two-time champion. What now, Conor McGregor? He's your two-time champ. Patricio Pitbull. This fight was like, you didn't want to leave the couch. If you left the couch, you would have missed every single action. You need to go pee. If you're at the fight and you drunk so much beers, sodas, whatever, water, don't get up. It was like tonight, I was here by myself watching because my parents had to go for a funeral thingy and I had to go up north. I wouldn't got up. I had to pee, didn't get up till the fight was almost done. Even when the round was over, I might have to just quickly pee, but I came back because I don't want to miss any of the action. This was like from bell to bell action. From the first bell to the last bell. Earl Spencer Jr. Earl Spencer Jr. and Showtime Sean Porter was hands down one of the best fights of the year for 2019. But if you want to say like, I wish we would have had it in January because it would have made it better. But it's not 2019 though. If it was like, if they can count this one, but I still think Tyson Fury and Wilder's probably second. I think this one's first. This one's first, Wilder Fury second, then Anthony Joshua Ruiz, or put Wilder Fury third, but they want to count that, but that was 2008 though in December. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Like, leave a comment, subscribe for more. If you're not a combat sports fan, or sports entertainment fan, or sports fan of fighting stuff, wrestling, kickboxing, whatever have you, I don't know what rock I live under. I'm not sponsored by any of these people, but get the zone. If you have Fox, get FS1 if you have that. If you don't have it on your TV, order it. Car companies, they're going to get Fox Sports 1 Fox to watch all the PBC stuff. Get the zone. Get ESPN Plus. Get the Fight app. I have it all. You can order some pay-per-views there. They have like bare knuckle fighting. They also have Valor bare knuckle as well. Ken Shamrock's bare knuckle promotion. They just had their first fight. You can see all that there, all the pro wrestling stuff on Fight TV. Get TNT for some AEW action. Starts this Wednesday, the first ever live TV show. Sold out in Washington. Check it out, the Wednesday Night Wars and SmackDown movie over to Fox this Friday. There's a lot of great stuff, so be alert, be aware, because come Monday, Raw has their big they have new, I guess they're getting new entrances, new logos for WWE, and they're bringing back Pyro, I guess, and new music. So if you guys watch wrestling, Monday's a big thing for wrestling. Tomorrow's great football games. My Vikings take on the Bears. It's a great time to be a sports fan, and mostly to be a combat sports fan and a sports entertainment fan. So if you guys love all that, drop a like, subscribe, because we got more coming up. More big fights coming up. Like I said, Canelo Kovalev, Wilder Ortiz too. Let me see. The couple Bellator fights coming up that I can think of. I don't know right now. Off the top of my head, you probably have some good UFC fights. Um, oh yeah, Anthony Joshua Reese too in Saudi Arabia in Dubai. Whew. All the big wrestling stuff, all the big, AW's Full Gear pay-per-view, and just so much stuff coming up, man. It's a great time. It's a great time. So let's keep it going, man. Deliver all the companies out there from pro wrestling, boxing, MMA. Start deliver. They're already delivering. Keep that hype train going, because that hype train is. If you guys have SiriusXM Radio, get it. Get the fight. Get SiriusXM Radio and listen to Fight Nation. Fight Nation has Busted Open. We'll talk pro wrestling, just strictly pro wrestling from Indies to WWE. And then they also have 2 MMA shows. The Luke Thomas, you guys know Luke Thomas is right big in MMA. He has a show on there right after Busted Up. Busted Open's in the morning, right, for pro wrestling talk. And then after that, Luke Thomas. Then after Luke Thomas, they did like another MMA stuff. Then they have At the Fights. What was it? Was it Mondays and Fridays, I think? Is At the Fights. It's a boxing radio station. So get SiriusXM and listen to Fight Nation. That's the station on there. Fight Nation, where they talk pro wrestling, boxing, and MMA. It's good stuff. All you guys to listen to, whatever you have to do, probably all those podcasts and whatnot, Joe Rogan and all these other podcasts, and what's his name? Oh, man. Gotta say one more thing, and this, I know this is long. Oh, man. Teddy Atlas's podcast. Teddy Atlas, on the fight game, baby. And I don't get why they're doing this, but like they did this with the last one when they had the big fight between who was it? Manny Pacquiao and Keith Thurman, right? Just recently, right? A couple months ago, whatever. They had the press conference for this fight. Earl Spence, this one, right? Earl Spence, Sean Porter. Then tonight's fight, they had the Luis Ortiz and Deontay Wilder fight. So it's a great time to be a wrestling fan, pro wrestling fan, whatever. Great time. Love y'all. See you on the next one. Tomorrow's football. Tomorrow, I'm gonna go to church and football and all that. But it's a good time to be a to be a sports entertainment fan, to be a combat sports fan. Catch y'all later. Love y'all. Bye.